Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So today's video is going to be about Colourpop. Really exciting. This is my first Colourpop order I have ever done. Basically I've wanted to get stuff from Colourpop for the longest time, but I kind of was afraid of paying customs and taxes, and I've heard of just some stories where people really got screwed over with how much they had to pay when the products arrived in the country. And then I bit the bullet recently when I found out that it actually isn't that much. In the end, I didn't even have to pay customs. I ordered only a few kind of bits. I think if you do a big order, if it's over a certain amount, you will have to pay a certain amount of customs. I know Colourpop also often do free shipping. I didn't get free shipping, I had to pay for it, but then again, if you pay over I think it's $50, you get free shipping, so that's good as well. So all in all, it wasn't that difficult. Now I know when you're ordering to the UK, your customs are included. So you'll do up your order, and then when you're going to pay, it'll have your customs included, so you don't get any like nasty surprises when the the postman brings it to the door. So what I actually did was I set up a Parcel Motel account. So Parcel Motel is a service that allows you to get products sent into the UK, then from the UK to Ireland, that you might not have otherwise been able to get. And just to, and I realise it sounds like it's a sponsored, this is not sponsored, I'm not working with Parcel Motel, nothing like that. It's just a service I use, and actually I was really happy with it in the end. So what happened was I ordered it to a address for Parcel Motel, which is based in Northern Ireland, so it was an area that was under the UK. And then they then charged me to send that down to Ireland, and they sent it to like a location where they have lockers and stuff. So you would have your total combination, then you get to open your locker, and then it's there. So it took, I can't remember. You see, it's been so long since I actually got it. I think it maybe took about 2 or 3 weeks, which doesn't seem long, but it kind of is. You're only really waiting for something, and you're really excited about it. So yeah, that was it. But it was fine. So there were no nasty charges. But then again, that's probably because I ordered it to the UK. I know there's a friend I have in the UK, and she had offered to send it over to me, and there was something else, there was some other way I was going to do it, I can't remember, but I just figured out this was the best way and the most kind of cost effective way and the easiest way to get it to me, and it worked. So I'm glad I did it. In a way it's a bad thing, because now I know that it's easy enough, so there's nothing really deterring me from making more orders. But I just thought I would share that, because I know when I was looking to order from Colourpop, I was looking at a lot of different YouTube videos trying to find out how people in the UK and Ireland were getting their orders, and if they were being charged customs. There wasn't a lot of material online in terms of ordering to Ireland, but there was ordering to the UK, and a lot of people said the same thing, that if they're based in Ireland, they just did Parcel Motel, or they had a friend in the UK that would send it over. That seems to be the best way to do it. Then you don't get hit with like big custom fees. So this is the box. Came like this. I mean, it's such an exciting, everyone knows what the Colourpop boxes look like, made in LA. I know it looks like a pretty big box, but there's not that much in it. As these things go, there's a lot of a good bit of packaging in it. So what I ordered was the Sweet Talk pressed powder palette. So I had seen this on many people's YouTube channels. I think this came out, in the States like months ago, but it's one I had my eye on for a long time. And I will say, it's much smaller than I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought I was going to be getting this big palette. I mean, big palettes are a pain to store and to travel, so I mean, it's fine. I'll have all the prices up on the screen because I paid in dollars. So this is what it looks like. It's beautiful. I mean, the colors are just amazing. The packaging is really beautiful. The glitters look amazing. So I'm really excited. We're going to be using that today. And then I got a Super Shock shadow. I've heard so many things about these. I got the shade Frog, and I got this shade because of Alice. Shout out to Alice from Red's Makeup Bag here on YouTube, but she's also on Instagram. I seen this, I think, on her page, and I really wanted to get it. It's a beautiful pink, but there's a bit of a... it's kind of complex. Like there's other colors in there, and when it swatches like it's wet. Like I love the formula of anything moussey, so I can't wait to use that as well. And then I got the Super Shock Cheek highlighter in Flexitarian, which I mean you've probably heard of. This one is really famous. It looks amazing, and again, this formula is supposed to be really, really bouncy and like kind of wet and moussey. So I'm hoping this won't, you know, give me kind of a dark cast and will actually suit my skin tone. It was hard to pick. I picked this one because this is basically what Colourpop is really famous for. I'd seen it on Kareem McKimmey. She's an amazing YouTuber from Sydney, and she swatched this and looked amazing on her, and I don't think our skin tone is too dissimilar, so hopefully this will work. I also picked up one of their liners. I got the Lippy pencil. So LJ from Anything from Marzipan here on YouTube and also on Instagram, she's one of the reasons I did a Colourpop order. She's always going on about them. She loves their Lippy pencils. Now I actually got the wrong shade. I was trying to get the one that she talks about. She uses BFF2 and I just got BFF. I mean, it looks beautiful anyway. I'll definitely use it. But I think BFF2 is darker. So that's something I can look into in the future now that I know that I can order from them. And then I wanted to get something from the Kathleen Lights collection. So I got the what is this? I got the glossy, I think it's a liquid lipstick, Kathleen Lights by Colourpop, and this is in the shade Moonchild. So this is like, they're saying it's a liquid lipstick, but it's this ultra glossy lip. I think it's basically like a lip lacquer, like it's like a very opaque gloss, so it's like a gloss and a lipstick hybrid. And then finally I got one of their Luxe lipsticks. It's in the shade Uno Mas. So this purchase was inspired by Laura Drury from the Glam Shamrock. She's on YouTube, but I met her virtually on Instagram, and I saw her and I just thought it looked incredible. Very flattering, kind of beigey, peachy tone. Can't wait to use that. I've heard great things. So I think we should do some swatches of the palette first. So it's got some really interesting colours in here. Pink tones, yellowy tones, a champagne kind of glitter, a darker colour for the crease, some goldy tones. They all just look like they'd all work really well together, which I love. I think they've created this really, really well. So I'm going to start with Catch Me. So that looks very pink in the pan, but it swatches like, I don't know if it's going to show up. This one here. It swatches like with an orange base and has little pink shimmers in it. That's Garden Date. Shimmery, very vibrant, it's like pink with gold in it colour. And that's Work It. It's a light kind of like mustardy kind of colour, would be really good for the crease as well, I think. Now I'm going to go into one of the glitters. So in terms of the formula in this palette, I think there's a few different formulas. I think it had said somewhere. So like it has mattes, it has shimmers, and then it has these has glitters, and then one of them is a Super Shock shadow formula as well. Prima Drama, this one here on the end. I'd probably use a glitter glue. Like, it did come off, but I would probably use a glitter glue with that. We have a gorgeous kind of corally like pink shade. I love this colour, Meadow. This is a matte that would go with every colour in this palette, I think. See that one there? There's another glitter here called Early Morning. Yeah, these are pressed, but they feel like loose glitter when you swatch them. There's that one there. amazing. Okay, moving on to the lighter pink colour called Dream Maker. Feels very soft. Oh, it's a beautiful shade, oh my god. I love these kind of coral tones. That one there. But a darker one called ICYMI, which stands for something. I can't remember what it stands for. Wow, that swatch is amazing. It's kind of like a brick, like a burnt kind of reddy orangey colour. It's gorgeous. Then we've got a colour called Melody, which looks like a duochrome. That's mad. It looks pink in the pan. Melody looks gold in the pan, and you swatch it and it looks pink. Turn it. I might have to see it, the one at the end there. That's gorgeous. That's really beautiful. I want you to be able to see it. Then we have a brown called West Side. A little bit crumbly, but that's fine. It's West Side. And then finally we have Feel Free, which is a darker kind of burgundy-ish colour. I'm glad they put a darker colour in here. So it means I probably won't have to reach for another palette. That's a beautiful colour. Okay, so I'm going to swatch the Super Shock Shadow in Frog. It's such an interesting texture. It feels wet when you touch it. It's gorgeous. Pink and little silver sparkles in it. It's beautiful. Super soft. Oh my god. Wow. That's flexitarian there. Wow. It's so exciting. Okay, starting off my Be Perfect Prime priming base. I've been loving using this as a primer. It does everything. It's supposed to covers up any little veins or discoloration on the eyelids. Provides really good coverage, really good adherence for eyeshadows, and it's really just quick and easy to blend, so I love it. I'm using the Rebelluna or 07. It's a flat synthetic brush, perfect for tapping this in. Okay, I'm going to try use as many colours as I can. So I'm going to start off with this pale peachy shade down here called Catch Me. This is on a Morphe by Jeffree Star JS9 brush. Just going to start buffing that in. I think it's just a really nice colour to start with. It'll work as a transition shade for any colour really. Okay, next I'm going to use my Blank Canvas E01, kind of a smaller detailing crease brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Meadow, this one right here. Okay, now I'm going to go into the colour ICYMI. It's slightly darker than the shade we use in the crease. So I'm going to build it up in the outer V using my Makeup Geek brush. It's called the Outer V brush, very apt. So I'm going to just blend this out in like a V shape. Oh wow, that's really pigmented. So I'm going to blend that out using a pinkier shade. I'm going to go into Dream Maker. These shades all work really well together. They're not blending away, which is a real big pet hate of mine. If colour just blend into one, you know, what's the point in that? You might as well just use one colour. I'm not going to use any browns today. I'm going to try stay away from those. And I'm also trying to figure out how I can incorporate as much colours as possible. I can't pile on all of the glitters. So I'm going to use the Super Shock Shadow in Frog for this. So that's what it looks like. See the shine off it. So this does appear to be duochrome. When I look down to the mirror, it looks blue. But in the camera, it looks more pink. And in the pan. You could probably try wetting it. But it came off no problem on the eye. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one here called Side to Side. So it looks very pink champagne in the pan, but when I swatched it, it came up with some kind of orangey and pink and silver kind of flecks in it. So I'm just going to dab it in the middle, just play around, see what happens. Again, I'm using my finger. You might be able to see it's made it more peachy. It's absolutely stunning. And the Super Shock Shadow actually worked quite well as a base for it, which is great. I was afraid it wouldn't work, but it actually has. Yeah, I feel like this is a very like spring appropriate eyeshadow palette, but I mean I would use this all year. It's so gorgeous. I love pinky and coral tones. So I'm really happy with that, really happy with the quality, and it wasn't expensive at all, which is another great plus. So if you want to see me use more of the colours in that palette, let me know down below, because I definitely will be getting more use out of it, 100%. I will probably use the glitters and then post maybe a mini sort of review or a video or at least a picture on my Instagram. So I'll leave the handle just here if you want to follow me on there. That's where I post a lot of my makeup pictures and sort of reviews, and following on from reviews I've done here on my YouTube channel. So yeah, definitely follow me over there if you want to see more looks I do with this. So the next thing to do is highlighter. So I wouldn't normally do my highlight before my bronzer and blush, but I haven't decided what bronzer and blush I'm going to use just yet, but I do want to use this. So I'm going to use this now. Just I hope it works over the powder I have on my face, because obviously cream products don't always work well with powder. Now I don't really have powder here. I have a tiny bit under my eyes, but I don't really have it here, so it should work. I'm hoping it's going to work. I know that Colourpop also have beautiful the same formula, but they're blushes. So I am going to look into getting one of them maybe next time. I'm not the biggest fan of cream blushes. I find sometimes they can be a bit hard to work with, but I've genuinely heard nothing but good things about those blushes. I know that LJ from Anything with Marzipan, who I mentioned earlier, she's a big fan of the Super Shock. I think they're called Super Shock. Super Shock Cheek, I think they are, and they're in a blush format, and they do look beautiful. The ones I've seen her channel look amazing. So I'm just going to, I think, tap with my finger because it's so intense. I can't imagine that I would need much, but again, swatches aren't everything. So I mean, you you can see it. You can really see it on camera with the lights on it. I do wonder, wow, look at my nose. I do wonder if I was to use this with a brush of some sort, would it work? Yeah, I think it might have to do with the little bit of powder on my cheeks there. But I mean, it's gorgeous, no doubt. It's just, in person, it's quite, I look like I've got a patch of highlight, which I'm not the biggest fan of. It's actually way paler than I thought it would be. But maybe once I have blush on, I blend it in, it might be okay. So I'm actually going to try use, I don't know if this is going to work because it's not, I don't know if it's designed for cream, but I think I've seen people use fluffier kind of brushes with this and it works. So I'm going to use my Blank Canvas E90. I love this for highlight. I normally use it for powder highlight. I'm just going to see if it even picks up anything. Okay, that's definitely done something. So I suppose maybe in future I'll put it on with this brush and then I can maybe tap it in on my fingers after that if needed. Yeah, that's for sure an intense highlight. Look at it, wow. But it's left a white cast on my skin in person. So it actually looks amazing on camera, but in person I'm looking and I have a big white cast, which is not ideal. So I'll have to figure that out. I was really excited about it. I mean, it's nice, but I'm just not sure the colour is right. Maybe I have to use it mixed in with something. I have to do my bronzer and blusher, so I'm going to do that. And then I'll be right back to finish off and do the lips. Okay, and I'm back. So I finished off my face. I have a hairband on for another reason that I just wanted to put it on. It's a very elaborate hairband, looks like a crown, I know. I'm not even going anywhere. So I think the highlight definitely looks better when I blend it in my blush. You know, I can only do so much blending because I'm then blending a powder product over a cream product. But I still think it looks, I think I've gotten very used to highlights that are they're so blinding, they almost look metallic and glittery. This isn't it. This is like glossy. And I actually really love how it looks now. I think on my nose it looks a bit mad, like it's so intense, but it's fine. It's fine, it's for cameras, I'm not even going anywhere. So I'm going to do my lips, then give you an overall view of what I think of the products, and then that'll be it. So I'm going in with the BFF lip pencil, like I was saying earlier. This is a nice nude tone. I feel like it's nice and creamy, but not overly creamy, because if it was overly creamy, it would just kind of slide everywhere. And it's not doing that, which is really good. But it feels really comfortable, which is nice. I really don't like lip liners that drag on the lips. Very pigmented. Okay, that's a much more brown tone than I thought it would be, but I really like it. I think it'll work with a lot of different lip colours that I already own, so that's good, that's a plus. I can see myself definitely picking up more of these. I really like that formula. So we have two different lip options. I'm probably just going to use them both, to be honest. This is the Luxe lipstick in Uno Mas, and I love the fact that there are, like, look, the stars on it. I love that. So I'm going to apply this. it's creamy, but it's not so slippy that it feels like it's just gonna, you know, disappear off my lips within like an hour. It feels like it has like grip, which I really like. It looks, I think on camera it looks way more brown. In person it's actually really quite peach, like it's quite monochromatic with the eyes, which I wasn't really planning or expecting, but it looks quite nice. Feels really, really nice. It feels really light. Can I take it off and put it on its own? No, I think I'm going to layer it over it. And again, when I do wear this on its own, probably sometime this week, I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it over on my Instagram, probably on my Instagram stories. So if you want to check on there. Oh, this has like little gold shimmers in it. I don't think the camera's going to... Whoa, will it pick up? Has a little tiny flecks of gold and it's gorgeous. So again, this is the Kathleen Lights collection with Colourpop. It's Ultra Glossy Lip in Moonchild. It's in a brush, so it's not in a typical doe foot or kind of like a doe foot little applicator. So that is glossy. There it is on there. It's really, really nice. The colour just looks a little bit off in person because that lipstick is really quite peachy and this is really quite brown. They call it liquid lipstick, but it's not really. It's basically like a really pigmented lip gloss. So I think it would look much more nude, like a true nude on its own. So again, I will take a picture of it. I will put it on and I'll put a picture of it probably on my Instagram, probably this week. But I mean, it looks fine over it and it's definitely really glossy. But it doesn't feel like it's gonna, you know, slip off. Again, it feels like it's adhered a little bit, which is really, really nice. It's not on my teeth, which is great. So, my verdict. Am I happy with my first Colourpop order? Very much so. I love. Now, if I was going somewhere, like going out or something, I would just add on lashes and that'd be fine with that. I love the tones of that eyeshadow palette. The pigmentation in it really surprised me because it's really quite inexpensive. I think the formula is beautiful. Lip products are great. That Frog Super Shock shadow is gorgeous. This is gorgeous too. I just think I have to maybe play around a little bit to find out the best way to get it to really, really pop. Because I think this is actually a little bit subdued in person for me. Like, I'd want this to be more intense, but I think the best way to go is definitely to use probably a brush like this, which I would never normally use, but I think it's probably the best way to do it. And then maybe you can tap it on your fingers and afterwards on top. Because I never want highlight to look like it's sitting on top of the skin. I want it to melt in and look like it's part of my skin. So I'm really, really happy with the order. I would have no problem ordering off them again. I have already been on their website looking at new stuff that they're coming out with. So I will update you guys for sure. Definitely go over to my Instagram and check that out and follow me if you'd like to see more reviews. I will definitely be using this. I'll probably do this in maybe a video or certainly a post over on my Instagram, so do follow me in there. I have way more videos coming, so please do subscribe and ring the notification bell. I really want to make content for you guys that you guys will enjoy. So please, if you have any suggestions, don't forget to leave them down below. Leave a comment. Have you ordered from Colourpop? Have you had good experiences, bad experiences? What's your favourite products from them? Please tell me, because I want to order from them again, 100%. So if you tell me your favourite products, I will probably be able to do a video with them in future. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're having a great day or night, whatever time of the day it is, wherever you are. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!